All right, here we are with green and one of my least favorite cards, Adventurous Impulse. Single green sorcery. Look at the top three cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or land card from among them. Put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order.
Yeah, aggressively mediocre, right? Just,
Yeah.
just not a good card.
No.
Like it's much worse than anticipate, just because like there is whiff potential. That's just terrible,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, like, yeah, it's just you just end up not playing this card, especially you know we've said this over and over and over again, but when you have these cards with cycling, you don't need to be able to play these conditional cards. Like your cycling cards are your conditional cards. This card just doesn't do enough. It's probably printed for constructed, right? It's probably in there for standard.
Yeah, I'm going D minus. I really hate this card.
No, I hate this card too. Almighty Brush Wag. This one,
Swag.
wag wag wag. Okay, so we got green for a 1/1 trample. 3 and a green. Activated ability. Almighty Brush Wag gets +3/+3 into end of turn. That's nice. I actually like this card.
Yeah, and you're not even gonna be mutating.
Not even mutate, just on its own. Just on its own.
Now this is a perfect mutate target.
Yeah, it's quite good for a mutate target.
No.
Can't give it a high grade, like C minus C, but it's a nice little comment.
Oh yeah, so this is an important thing we haven't talked about yet, but so stuff like Almighty Brush Swag or Bristling Boar that like says the card name can't be blocked,
Yeah.
or Almighty Brush Swag gets +3/+3. That's just like a different way of saying this card. So
Yeah.
it still works if you mutate onto it. You get all the stuff, and it'll still, even if Brush Swag is underneath, you still get the ability. So yeah, I like this card. I think this is. Is it crazy to call this a C?
You're probably not going to put it in your deck as you're not like taking it as a C, but it's just like fine. It's like very replacement level, very middle of the road. Maybe it's a C. I don't know. I would give it a C minus, but
Yeah. So C minus for Alex. All right. Speaking of Bristling Boar, 3 in red for a 4/3. Can't be blocked by more than one creature. Yeah, I mean this is good in a core set. I don't know how good it's gonna be here. Seems totally fine. C again, I'd say.
I'd say C level. It's a decent card to mutate onto. You don't usually get a boost of stats.
Yeah,
That's
this is an interesting card that you want to
Yeah.
mutate onto because like you want to mutate like small, like small flyers or like the one like the rare one that lets you draw a card when it connects or whatever. Like, yeah, give it a menace counter. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, this is just fine on its own though. So I think it's gonna be a C.
Yeah.
Again, it might turn out where like the things in this set are like intricate enough where you just don't want like generically randomly good 4-drop. You want to be doing better stuff, and that's like makes it like a D plus or a C minus. But
Sure.
start with a C.
Okay.
This one's awesome. Essence Symbiote. So this is 1 on a green for a 2/2. When a creature you control mutates, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature, and you gain 2 life. This is strong Wild Growth Walker vibes.
Dude, it's at common, and
This is a common,
and it stacks. So like you get 2 of them, gaining
Card's
4
good.
Life. This card
Yeah.
is wild.
This card's very good.
I like this card a lot.
It has to be in the top 3 green commons, I assume. I mean, I haven't gone through
I haven't seen them all.
extensively, but this is certainly in the running.
Is there
like,
is there a removal spell that's could be?
yeah, there's a great removal, so just wait till we get to it. You're gonna be shocked. But
Okay.
yeah, this is gonna be up there for me. So I like B minus on this one. I think B minus is not too far.
Whoa. All right, I'm joining you in B minus territory.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Excavation Mole is 2 and a green for a 3/3 with trample. When it ETBs, you put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. Weird.
Yeah, so
Move over, Hierophant.
Yeah, yeah, move over, Hierophant. It's just draw a card, right? 3 mana, 3/3 draw a card. So there's a few grave things that we've seen. It's like incidental value. It's actually a good mutate target, just like being a small body to trample onto, or trample off of.
It's not going to get beefed up that much. Like it'll be a 4/4 or a 5 power thing. It's not going to get that much bigger.
So it's interesting. I think here's something I've been thinking about most of the set. Like we've kind of have this implication of, like say we have let's get this in a vacuum. Let's say we have a 3 mana 1/1 and a 3 mana 3/3, and like we've kind of had this implication where it's like it's worse to mutate onto the 3/3 because you're losing value. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, do you feel like that's true?
I do feel like that's true.
Yeah, that's interesting. I guess like the implication is that
you want to mutate onto your worst creature, I think is the idea, because that loses you the least amount of board presence.
So like the implication is that the smaller creature has given you value in a different way, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because otherwise, like it's you come to the same conclusion. It doesn't really matter what you mutated on.
Yes.
Right. Okay. I just wanted to run that by you. So yeah, like, well, let's look at this card then.
I think this card is highly medium.
Yes, C-, right?
Great, C-, yeah.
Great. This one's cool though. I love.
Oh, I love this card.
So Fertilid is 2 and a green for a 0/0, but enters the battlefield with 2+1/+1 counters on it. 1 and a green. Remove a +1/+1 counter from Fertilid. Target player searches their library for a basic land card, puts it on the battlefield tapped, and then shuffles their library. This is a lot of things in the context of this set.
Yes, so it's a great mutate target because we keep talking about, well, you're not adding power and toughness, you're not adding power and toughness, and in fact you are with Fertilid. So whatever you mutate onto, it's going to have +2/+2 counters. You get to still do this later on. This also like ramps you, fixes you. I think this card is going to be a real rock star of the format.
Yeah, this card's quite good. There's a lot of things. Just a good card on its own. Like it's just in a vacuum. Do you want to go C+ on this one?
I do. I wouldn't be surprised if this was B- territory.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this is like top 3.
Top 3 as well. Yeah, so I would have thought that Fertilid is better than Essence Symbiote, but you don't feel that way?
Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know. Symbiote just jumps out to me as like, oh wow, like that's powerful. That's pushed. Maybe Fertilid does bump it out for sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure which one is better in a vacuum.
I don't know.
I think you'd rather be like in a mutate deck. You'd rather have the 2/2.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
Oh god, this card is so good. Green is great. Thank God, green is good. All right, Flycatcher Giraffid, 4 and a green for a 3/5. When it ETBs, it comes in with your choice of either a Vigi counter or almost certainly, I would imagine, a Reach counter.
You like Mammoth Spider?
I heard you like Mammoth Spider, but also we've seen good Vigilance payoffs. Like, I mean,
it's not. Oh, we haven't seen Reach payoffs, so it's not just like quickly better.
I would say this is just like a C.
Yeah, I like that. C, so solid C. Could be better, could be worse. I mean, Dominaria, like I feel bad making a lot of comparisons to Dominaria because Dominaria was kind of an outlier set. Like kind of weird evaluations happened, but like it was great there. And this, Mammoth Spider was not great in Ravnica Legion, so hard to say exactly.
Yeah.
Next one here we have Fully Grown, 2 and a green for an instant. Target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. Put a trample counter on it. Cool. We've seen this card before. Leaving behind a trample counter is much less exciting than like the boost of like you have a flying counter and it's a combat trick. You have first strike and it's a combat trick. Leaving behind trample is the worst. Yeah, for sure. And this is 3 mana. I think this is not good. I think this is like a D+. Yeah, you're not going to play this card all that often. This is on the lower end of the combat tricks for sure. Yeah. I think D+ is probably appropriate. He's back! Greater Sandworm, 5 GG for a 7/7. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less and has cycling 2. Will he be good this time, though? That is the question. What do you mean this? He was great in Hour of Devastation. Ah, that is true. He wasn't good in Amonkhet, though. I don't know. I don't know how many Gifted Paradises you were drafting. Yeah, that's true. You drafted the format very differently than I did, and we both had success in it. Yeah. So I think it's quite good here. I would assume this card is going to be pretty good here. Obviously, in a world of like we have mutate, and that's like the main thing we're doing. Maybe gets a little bit worse, but maybe we're not even mutating all that much. Again, it's still the jury's still out on how often we're really going to mutate in this set. And I think that this card is just giant. It's bigger than anything we've seen, and cycling 2. This is going to do the thing you want us to do, or that we expected it to do when we first saw this card. Yeah. So I like C on this card. I agree. I like C. Yeah. All right, next we have Honey Mammoth. Ooh, honey. 4 green for a 6/6. When Honey Mammoth enters the battlefield, you gain 4 life. Meh. Yeah. It's fine. C- D+. Yeah, C- D+. It's always hard to like see where these 6-drop creatures with like slight upside land. Right. Trample is certain. I mean, now there's trample counters actually lying around. Maybe this actually is just like Colossal Dreadmaw Plus, right? You play it, you got a trample counter on it. There's not trample counters lying around. You don't just get to. You have to put cards in your deck that. Well, yes, of course. Like yeah, just like you just get to go. Look, a trample counter. In my upkeep, I put a trample counter. Yeah, I'm just like, Judge, can I get a trample counter? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's fair.
I really like this next card. Humble Naturalist. 1 and a green for a 1/3 human druid. Tap to add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, you're gonna be casting creature spells most often.
It's a bummer that this is a human.
Yeah, that is true.
It'd be nice to be able to like after you've ramped out your hand, have a body lying around, but add 1 mana of any color, and it's a 1/3. I'm C plus in this.
Probably decent in black green too, because with it evades the Elysian character problem.
And black cares about has sacrifice stuff. So once you're done with this,
you can sack it.
Yeah.
And then blue green, we're assuming there's many places to put your mana. So yeah.
Yeah, I think so. You in for C plus as well?
I think so. I'm very willing to go down on it though, and willing to go up. So yeah, it's always, we've had this conversation. Not too in depth, but I think it is interesting to talk about like what makes a mana dork, a 2-mana mana dork, good in a format, and what makes it not as good, right? I can't give you a good answer right now. I think it's really hard to tell just by looking at the set.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next up here we have Migratory Greathorn. This is a 4 mana for a 3/4 with mutate, 3 mana. Whenever this creature mutates, search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle your library.
More fixing at common.
Yeah, this one's kind of cool because it's more of like a split card than like a pile your things onto the mutate card kind of card, right? Like, you want the ramp spell on 3, or you want the 3/4 that could ramp later. Like that. This is a mutate card that I'm like, yeah, okay, I can play this on 3, and I don't feel bad if I get blown because like it's just like a spell. If you want to cast 3 mana ramp for growth on 3, like that's an option, right? And if you want to cast this on 4, that's also good. So I like this card, just like a solid C.
Yeah, solid C sounds good to me. Next up is Mosscoat Goriak. This is 2 and a green for a 2/4 beast with vigilance. Meh?
Yeah, it's meh. It's got vigilance. That's about as much as I can say about the card.
C minus?
C minus. I'm also getting kind of the vibe that there's a lot of butts early.
Yeah, I wonder what the power toughness stats are. But
yeah.
Attacking seems just like, attacking seems good because blocking seems bad, but also there's a lot of stuff that blocks.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting trade-off for sure. All right, next one. Good old plummet.
Good old plummet seems strictly sideboard. Yeah.
All right, you're ready for this? I'm excited for you.
Okay, ram through 1 and a green for an instant. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. If the creature you control has trample, excess damage is dealt to that creature's controller instead. Holy crap.
Rabbit Bite, but an instant with upside.
This is insane.
Yeah, it's so good. It's like the best fight spell we've ever seen.
Awesome. So this is a B?
I have this at B. Yeah, this is so good.
Yeah, this just makes... Okay, so Farfinder is the best common in the set. just gonna keep saying that. Okay.
Yeah, that's so funny. Even your green removal spell is one you're like, yeah, I'll splash that.
Yeah.
All right, so sudden spinnerets. Such a love it. Okay, so 1 mana instant. Target creature gets +1/+3 until on a turn. Put a reach counter on it. Untap it.
This is fine.
Yeah, you're gonna get people sometimes.
D plus.
Yeah, I think so. It's in that lower echelon of common metrics.
All right, Survivor's Bond is 1 and a green for a sorcery. Choose one or both. Return target human creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Return target non-human creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Wow, this is in green.
Yeah, it's a green divination.
Yeah, green divination. I think this card, probably the first copy of this card, is like a C minus.
Well, here's your black-green payoff, right?
Yeah, but like, this is... Is Soul Salvage a payoff?
It isn't this set, apparently.
I guess.
Yeah.
I think I'm going C minus here.
I think you're not going to start this in... Maybe I'll play 1. I don't know. It's think about it this way. Like it's more conditional Dead Rebels. And Dead Rebels was good, but that was in a deck that like you're trading off creatures more often. So
but this is also conditional Dead Rebels.
Yeah.
So what do you want? Do you want D plus instead?
I think I'm gonna play the first one like 50% of the time, which probably means like a C minus.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me about this card.
think this one's one we could go on about. So this is thwart the enemy. 2 and a green, instant. Prevent all damage that would be dealt this turn by creatures your opponents control. Man, this card. So we're hyping this up, but we're not saying this card is busted, right? We're not being like, oh man, like so powerful. But it has a lot of potential, and it does a lot of crazy things to combat and like thinking about combat and just the format in general. Talk to me on your thoughts about. Are we main decking one of these in every green deck, do you think?
Not every, but most.
Yeah, so the comparison, like, if anybody hasn't played with Safe Passage before, the exact same card.
Safe Passage.
But in white. And that card was good.
It is really not hard for this card to 1-for-1. So if the floor is it's not hard to 1-for-1, the ceiling is quite high.
Yeah. And then sometimes literal fog is just a blowout, right? Like
right. Your opponent thinks that they just go for the win. You go, okay, fog.
That small percentage of the time that fog is great. Thwart the enemy plays that role.
Yeah.
It's so hard to grade this. Like it's. If I were to say C, I think it's a cop out.
Why is that a cop out?
Because it just ranges so like vast, like so greatly between game to game and like game state to game state, right? Like I can say a C, and it's not going to be accurate. Like, what grade do you want to give this?
I want to give it a C.
Okay, let's give it a C.
Because it doesn't matter what the letter grade is. Like,
yeah, I think the letter grade at this point in the format. Like, here's the thing that maybe this is worth saying for sure. Like for some people out there, but like a letter grade at this point in the format is generally just potential power, right? The potential power of the card, and just ranking like the general, getting a gauge of what the card can do, right? So I like C. I feel like it's maybe a bit of a cop out, but yeah, for sure.
All right, last green common is Wilt. 1 and a green for an instant, destroy target artifact or enchantment, and it has cycling too.
Yeah, sideboard card, perfectly.
Yeah, sideboard or main deck, whatever. Like.
Yeah.
But I think you hope to not main deck it.
Yep.
All right, first up with our commons is Auspicious Starix, which is 4 and a green for a 6/6 elk beast. It has mutate for 5 and a green. When this creature mutates, you exile cards from the top of your library until you exile X permanent cards, where X is the number of times this creature has mutated. Put those permanent cards onto the battlefield.
So, keyword big.
Yeah.
You have to mutate a lot of the time, right? Like you have to mutate many times for this to be good.
I mean, like it's so. I was sort of like, I was trying to talk Ben into this just being like a 5-mana 6/6 last week, which is good. But he was like, well, but it's a 6-mana 6/6 with haste. Like it's just gonna like the stats are so big.
Oh yeah, I actually didn't even. I thought this was 6 mana for a second. I was looking at just the mutate cost. Yeah, it's what is with 5-mana 6/6s in this set? There's so many of them.
I don't know. Well, you mutate once, you're like drawing a land 60% of the time.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
The creature mutates exile cards from top of your library until you exile X permanent one. Okay. Okay, this card is better than I gave it credit for first. Just it's not like Genesis Wave where you have to like X and X, where X is the mana cost of the creature or the permanent, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is powerful. Do you want to give this a C+ or B-?
I think I want to give this a B-.
Okay. Yeah, it's one of those like ones, like,
the thing that's gonna be nuts with this, I think, is if you mutate this onto something that's already mutated.
Oh, because then it just like
then you just get 2 permanents.
Oh wow, yeah, that is yeah, can you imagine? Jeez. There's gonna be some sick sequences in this game, in this format. Like
yeah.
There's just like going to be
removal is going to be incredibly important in this format.
Wow. Okay, yeah, I'm sold on what you just said there. Yeah, like of a baseline of being 5-mana 6/6, and then you can mutate on to get a card, but then if you mutate this later in the game on another thing, you get multiples. Yeah, I'm sold on B- on that one. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, well, so this is like it says when you mutate it, when this creature mutates, you exile cards where X is the number of times this is mutated. So if you are mutating it onto a stack of 2 that is already mutated, then you are getting this as the second time that creature has mutated.
Yes, that's good. That's really good. All right, next one we have Barrier Breach. So this is 3 mana, 2 and a green for an instant. Exile up to 3 target enchantments with cycling 2.
This is
weird. This is constructed, right? This is like the safety valve for Theros.
This is a sideboard card.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know. Yeah, you're gonna hit one thing with this. Like,
yeah, right. Charge of the Forever Beast. I know we've been talking about this in Discord. 2 and a green for a sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, reveal a creature card from your hand. Charge of the Forever Beast deals damage to target creature or planeswalker equal to the revealed card's power.
Right. So there's a lot of
creature in your hand punches target other creature.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to consider with this card, right? The idea, from a design perspective, is saying like you're going to be playing these big creatures or creatures that you want to mutate and keep in your hand. So like we're going to give you a way to survive until then, right? So you keep that card, the big card in your hand. You keep your Auspicious Starix in your hand, and you get to like deal 6 to something early, right? I think that in general, we've seen these kind of cards before. These cards play out a little bit worse than you might assume because like it's a bad top deck. It's not even great in all points of the early game. Can be a little bit awkward. It's a sorcery. I think I'm taking the common fight spell over this one.
Yeah, I don't like this card.
Yeah, I generally don't like this type of card. Now, it's better than like Titan's Presence, which exiled based on power. This actually just deals damage, like you team up with like combat or whatever. I still these cards are awkward generally, and they're fine. You can play a copy of it, especially if you have more expensive creatures in your deck. But I'm gonna start at this like C-.
Yeah, I think I'm in for C- as well.
Yeah. All right, next one we have Exuberant Wolfbear. This is 4 mana for a 4/4. When Exuberant Wolfbear attacks, you may change the base power and toughness of target human you control to Exuberant Wolfbear's power and toughness until end of turn. Okay.
Wow, Terranica.
Yeah, Terranica. Yeah, exactly.
Many things in this format are hard for me to grasp.
I know, right?
One of them is the mixing up humans and non-humans in your deck and having payoffs for that. My initial feeling is who cares?
Yes, my initial
is like
feeling...
I don't want to track that, and the payoffs don't seem big enough.
I don't even think it's like who cares. I think the thing you have to think about is like it's going to be the default state more than I need to make sure I have a mix. So I think like in black-white, you're going to be like, I don't care about non-humans that much. But in the other ones, you're just going to have a mix of humans and non-humans. I think that's what's going to play out with.
Well, but not necessarily in like green-blue, you might not necessarily. In green-red, you might not necessarily.
There's like humans sprinkled in those colors. Like, yeah, not necessarily. You're right. Yeah. You're right. You do have to think about it. There's going to be at the end of the draft, you're going to look at this card sometimes and be like, oh, it's just a 4-mana 4/4, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm on like C for this.
I'd give it a C+. Just yeah. I'm gonna give it C+. I'm gonna give it some C+. Yeah.
I like this guy, Glowstone Recluse. 2 and a green for a 2/3 with reach. Mutate 3 and a green. When it mutates, put 2+1/+1 counters on it.
Yeah. The mutate with counters is very good. Like that scales quite nicely, right? Yeah. Like when you mutate, it just keeps getting bigger. This is this is what some people are imagining when you mutate onto mutate. Like your creature does actually keep getting bigger on this one.
Yes, it does.
Right? Reach is nice. Yeah, this is a nice little card. It's just compact, has a lot of options in game. Good rate on the front side. I like this as C. I could see this being C+, but I'm gonna start with C.
Whoa, I'm going B-.
Whoa, that's high. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go C+. I like it.
Oh, C+. Okay.
Okay, next we have Hornbash Mentor. So it's 3 mana for a 3/3. When Hornbash Mentor enters the battlefield, put a trample counter on target non-human creature you control. 3 mana, tap. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control with trample.
Yeah, I mean 3 mana 3/3 with upside. This is the best stats we've seen.
Yeah, they did a nice job balancing these, I think, because like the best counters have the most expensive activated abilities and the worst bodies, right? And then like this one, which has arguably one of the worst counters, is the best body, right? So that's kind of cool. This is just like a C, I think. C+ maybe.
Yeah. I'm in for C.
Yeah.
Ivy Elemental is back. X and a green for a 0/0 that ETBs with X +1/+1 counters on it. So interesting that this is uncommon in the context of Mutate.
Yeah, right. It's like the counters really help. I still don't love this card, right? Like, I guess if this is a 5-drop,
I do love this card. I think
you think it's good. So like I think like take away Mutate from the set, right? Like,
it's bad. If you take away Mutate, the card is bad.
Yeah, of course. Okay, no, you're right actually.
But like, if it's in your opener, so if it's in your opener, you get to go, all right, what do I want to do? Do I want just a 1/1 to mutate on 3? Do I want a 2/2 that I'm going to mutate on 4? Like, that's all going to be good. And then if you top deck it, it's just like a 6/6 or something.
Yep. No. You I was thinking for a second that, like, for some reason I was thinking that you had to, like, play on 5 to get the mutate benefit. But no, that's not true. Yeah, no, you're right. Playing this is just Fertilid with the benefit of being able to cast it huge later.
So like C+?
Yep. I think here's an interesting question. Do you take Fertilid or this? Probably Fertilid, right?
Fertilid, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But that's why I think Fertilid might be a B-.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I don't agree that you're not happy playing it as a 1/1 or a 2/2, depending on what mutate stuff you have in your hand.
Depending on your hand, yeah. It's all about context. Like these things are going to unfold when you start playing the game, right? Like, it's very easy to say in a vacuum, oh, I'm not happy playing a 2-mana 1/1. Of course you're not, right? But in the context of the game in your hand, you might be.
Yeah, 2-mana 1/1 that enables something with haste that's now larger on turn 3, like, yeah.
Lead the Stampede. This is a reprint, so this is 2 and a green for a sorcery. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal any number of creature cards from among them. Put the revealed cards into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So we've seen a few cards that are kind of like Adventurer's Impulse. Maybe this is pointing towards like them saying like you're going to put a lot of creatures in your deck because your spells are on your creatures. Do you think that's the idea here?
Yeah. Yeah, I still don't like this card. Yeah, this is a reprint from Mirrodin Besieged, and then I think one of the Masters sets, or was it like Iconic Masters?
Yeah, one of the Master sets. Generally, this is not a great card. Like, context aside, it's when you hit 3 creatures.
This is a constructed plant.
This is a constructed. Yeah,
this is not a good limited card, I don't think.
When you hit 3 creatures, you're like, oh boy. But then like you hit 1 a lot of the time. You hit 2, which is like fine. Like, drawing 2 spells.
3 mana draw 2 creatures is good.
I'm gonna give this a D+ with the caveat if you do end up with like a 16-17 creature deck, this goes to like a C.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How about this for green divination? Migration Path. 3 and a green for a sorcery. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Put them onto the battlefield tapped. Then shuffle your library, cycling 2.
This is you written all over it, eh?
Yeah, I love this card.
Yeah. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. We can disagree. That's okay.
I'm gonna give this card a C+.
C+, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a C, but I can see it being so like you're looking for this as like a 5-color fixer, right? That's the idea here, right?
I mean, there are expensive spells with cycling in this.
There's ultimatums.
Like there's ultimatums, well. Like, and or then I'm just like, well, I don't need it, so I need to draw something else, so I'll cycle it. Like, this is a good card.
Yeah, turn 5 ultimatum. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
All right, we have Monstrous Step. This is 5 mana, sorcery. Target creature gets +7/+7 to end of turn. Up to 1 other target creature blocks this turn if able. So, cycling 2 as the little bonus there.
Yeah.
So then we've been saying this the whole review, but this is another line of this card is conditionally amazing, and sometimes it's not. So you can cycle it away.
Yeah.
I think we're not going to play this card that often.
That's what I think. I don't like this card.
Yeah, I don't like this. Like, it's not like Declare Dominance. It's where like everything had to block it.
Right.
Not like Enlarge.
It's good with Trample.
It's good with Trample. Yeah.
I think this is like a C-.
Yeah, I don't think I'm actively going to put this in my deck very often.
Titanoth Rex 7GG for an 11/11 trample, cycling 1 energy. When you cycle it, you put a trample counter on target creature you control. I don't think a trample counter is going to be like cute in combat the same way that First Strike or Death Touch will. This is sweet with the reanimate spells we've seen.
This is the baddest of them all. This is the largest of the large beasts.
Yeah. I think this is like you've got to do some stuff in your deck.
Yeah, you're never. I mean, you're not never casting this, but
I don't think you're never casting this. Like, but I think you got to if you're thinking about, I think you either need to be ramping really hard, or caring about cycling or reanimating creatures. I think you have to do something to want this in your deck.
Exactly. It's odd to say this is a synergy card.
It is a synergy card, though.
Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah. All right.
And when it's a synergy card, I think it's like a synergy C+.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, a couple rares to take a look at. First up is Colossification. 5GG, aura, enchanted creature, gets +20/+20, and when Colossification enters the battlefield, you tap enchanted creature.
Right, so this is slow, as in, you're never getting the benefit of it before turn 8. But put it on a flyer, put it on a trampler, which both those things are abundant in this set. Like, the game is just over if they don't.
Look, for 9 mana, you just put this on the jellyfish and untap
it. Exactly. Ooh, so good. So good.
What do you think about that?
I love that.
Yeah. This is this is a bad card, right?
I don't think so. I think it's not great, but I would give it like a B-.
I would not give this a B-. So yeah, I don't think I'd give this a B-.
You think C+ or C?
I think
Are you going lower?
I think it's like a C. I think this is bad.
I think there's enough things to make it good. I think there is there's the ramp we've seen. There's a bunch tramplers all over.
Well, I'm not worried about
You're not worried about casting?
I'm not worried about casting this. I'm worried about it doing anything than being the Abyss, which is mildly powerful, but
You're not a fan of mildly powerful cards?
But you have to do this into no open mana. Your opponent has to not have removal or bounce.
Well, the nice thing is that you can put this on literally anything, right? It's not even I'd like to put it on my medium-sized creature.
Right, you put on literally anything, and then your opponent just chumps it into oblivion.
I think it's better than a C. I'm going to go C+, and I think you talked me down a little bit, but I think this card is pretty powerful.
All right, well, we will have to see about that.
Yes, for sure. This one is not... This next one's nice, though. So this is Gem Razor. This is 3 and a green for a 4/4, reach trample, mutate for 3 mana. When this creature mutates, destroy target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls.
I mean, I just like this as a 4 mana 4/4 reach trample.
No, that's fine. Yeah, and then you're gonna get incidental value out of it once in a while.
B+, probably just B.
Yeah, I'd give it a B.
All right, we got King Kong, Kogla, the Titan Ape, 3 GGG, 7/6 ape. When it ETBs, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. When it attacks, you destroy target artifact or enchantment defending player controls, and you can pay 1 and a green to return target human you control to its owner's hand, and it gains indestructible until end of turn.
This card is absurd.
That's it's cool. Cool A.
This is an A, yeah. This card's really busted.
Yep.
All right. Mythos of Brokos. 2 green, sorcery. If black was spent to access cards, search your library for a card, put that card into your graveyard, then shuffle your library. Return up to 2 permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand.
This has Ethan written all over it.
Yeah, it really does. It really does.
I don't appreciate that. Everyone's saying what cards have me written all over it or not.
Hey, you said it.
That's true. I like this card. This is fine. This is
it's fine. It's Demonic Tutor plus Regrowth if you can cast it. It's
very dirtily. It's
very dirtily. Yeah, it's just a dirtle card.
C+. C.
Sure.
I'm gonna give it a C+.
It's slightly better than your average draw spell, I would say. Yeah.
All right, Vivian, Monsters Advocate, 3 GG.
You mean Carol Baskin? Is that?
Oh no, I guess that's true. If we've got Joe, we have Carol. Okay, so 3 loyalty, 2 statics. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may cast creature spells from the top of your library. +1, make a 3/3 beast creature token. Put your choice of a Vigilance, Reach, or Trample counter on it. -2, when you cast your next creature spell this turn, search your library for a creature card with lesser converted mana cost, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Wow.
Yeah, Vivian's very busted.
A.
This might be the A+. Easy to cast mana-wise. Protects herself. Draws you a bunch of cards.
Yep.
protects you in the air, wins the
Yep.
game in fairly short order. Oh, we should scroll down.
I got it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm reading it to you people. I don't know why you need to read it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
A plus.
splitting hairs here, but like I'm gonna say A plus. Yeah.
Okay, I'm into it.